My name is Chuck Bryan. I'm the Open Source Data Solutions Manager for the Power Systems team. And I'm here this week. Actually, we were here for the OpenPOWER Developer Congress, so a very exciting event. And we've used this as the venue to announce our new open platform for database as a service on Power Systems. And there's been a lot of announcements. There's going to be other videos that you'll be able to see. But what we found is that there's a number of questions that have come up. And what we like to do is address around 3 to 4 of those key questions that we've heard from across our community, both internally and externally. So one of the questions that we're getting is, when people think about the cloud, they think about database as a service. It's primarily deployed on x86 servers. In fact, that is the default environment. So why OwnPOWER? What's the significance of Power? Again, what we found is in working with the early clients in the telco industry, communications industry, healthcare industries, and others, they're looking to build out private cloud database as a service offering. So what they want to be able to offer to their internal developers and internal line of businesses that same experience for developing a rich set of innovative applications on NoSQL, open source databases like Mongo, Postgres, SQL, and others. But as they've done that in the x86 environment, what they found is that they're experiencing the x86 server sprawl. So they've got literally hundreds to thousands of servers throughout their data centers providing support for databases, but it's actually beginning to get out of control, if you will. So what we're able to do with Power Systems and with our Power servers is we'll be able to deliver up to 2x or greater price performance, which translates to greater server density. Our clients are able to run up to 2 times the number of database instances on each one of their servers. So as they're rolling out database as a service, what they're getting is a greater density inside their IT environments and in x86. So the other thing that we hear is, why does the platform matter? Because they just need, basic levels of performance. What we're finding is as clients build these rich set of applications on top of an open source database like MongoDB, for example, there's high levels of concurrency in the application. So they need to be able to support a large number of users as well as a large number of I/O transactions, very large memory bandwidth capabilities. And with Power, we deliver superior capabilities to x86 in that regard. So one of the key things that we're delivering with our new open platform for database as a service on Power Systems is this database as a service toolkit. What that means is we're bringing together all the different components that are required to put together a private cloud database as a service infrastructure for our clients. So that facilitates and makes it very simple and easy for them to deploy a full-fledged database as a service platform for their organization. So we brought together the OpenStack elements that are required to build the cloud infrastructure. We put together the database as a service set of services that are required by each of the open source databases like MongoDB, Postgres, and others. And the beauty of doing that is that we can now provide a foundation where as they bring in additional and multiple open source databases, they can do it with the same infrastructure and support behind it. So one of the key things about our offering, our open platform for database as a service, is we're putting this together to support the open source databases that are out there, like MongoDB, Postgres, SQL, and others. And so in the initial release that comes out, we'll support 5 distinct community versions of the open source databases. So MongoDB, Postgres, MariaDB, MySQL, and Redis. So the community releases of those. There are companies that provide commercial or enterprise class support around many of those packages as well. So for example, MongoDB provides a MongoDB Enterprise. EDBs provides EDB Postgres. They provide enterprise support. They provide additional packages and capabilities around the open source databases, just as Red Hat does for Linux. So then we'll also be supporting the enterprise versions of Mongo, EDB Postgres, and others throughout the remainder of 2017. So another question that I found as I've done the press interviews and I've talked with clients and others around the announcements is database as a service was really born out of the public cloud environment. So with Amazon and Google and Microsoft Azure, we're providing the first enterprise class private cloud database as a service offering for customers to put inside their data centers. And so that's what makes this unique, is it's the private cloud database as a service platform that the IT organizations can use as a turnkey solution to build their own open source database as a service infrastructure for the end user and the lines of business that are developing rich new applications. So now we're making it very consumable for these lines of businesses, for the enterprise clients. And why is that important? It's because 80% of the data that organizations have and that they use are really inside their own data centers. They're not putting that out in the public cloud environment. So one of the key characteristics and capabilities that we provide is for them to be able to treat that sensitive data, whether it's government or regulatory or compliance reasons, and keep it on premise and not have to expose it to the public cloud. We see with what we've been able to do with our new Open Database as a Service platform on Power Systems, it's really the first as a service offering for Power Systems. And most people want to consume in more of a cloud model. That's been very clear to us. And in a cloud model that they can do within their own data centers in a private cloud environment. So I could envision where we could take rich new offerings like our Power AI capabilities. It requires data store and data models underneath, and we have clients today who are using MongoDB, for example, underneath their Power AI applications and others. So I would look for many of our new innovative applications and capabilities to be delivered in this as a service and cloud environment.